Welcome to Powerviz. In this video, let's explore how to create this beautiful visual using our flagship KPI visual by Powerviz in Power BI. Let's take a look at this visual. We have our stock symbol being displayed at the top here, and we have the minimum price being displayed here between the date range that you have selected in the date slicer and the max value of that particular stock that is being displayed here. And you can see here on the right hand side, we can see the closing value of that particular stock and the number of points and the percentage the stock has moved within this particular date range. And down below, you can see that we have an area chart that is being displayed here, showcasing the movements of every single day. And when we move the slider around, you will notice that the color here also changes dynamically based on the returns of that particular stock. So let's see how we can recreate this in our KPI visual. Let's get started. Let's start by adding in our KPI visual to our report page and then bring in all the required fields into our visual. That is, we need our symbol. Let's also add our date here, and then let's add close price, high price and low price. And then let's click on create here. Let's start by adding in a shape here. I'm going to choose this rounded rectangle here, and then in the color palette section, let me choose gradient and choose the minimum color here. I have a hex code which I'm just going to paste here and then click on apply. Let's add a middle color here as well. And in the maximum section here, I'm going to choose black and then click on apply, click on apply. I now have the gradient created here. And now let's start by adding in our stock symbol first. So I'm going to click on these ellipses here and then click on image. Let's go to browse here and then choose the image where you have saved and then click on apply. I've now repositioned the logo here. Let's add another shape layer here and let's call this as Cipla, basically the stock name. Let's also change the font here and then let's click on bold and click on apply. And let's also change the color here so that this is appearing in white. I'm going to choose white here, click on apply, click on apply. I now have the white text being displayed here. Let's quickly resize this and bring this right over here. Now let me add another text layer here to display low, high and close value. So I'm going to start off with adding in the value here, and I'm going to choose the low value first. From the aggregation field, I'm going to choose minimum value because I want to display the lowest value in that particular date range. And in the by section here, this is going to be date, and then click on apply. I now have the lowest value being displayed here. Let's also label this. I'm going to call this as low. I'm going to paste a symbol here that I have copied to my clipboard, and now I would like to display the high value. I'm going to click on value again, and from the value section here, let me choose high, and this time I'm going to choose max value, and in the by section I'm going to select date, click on apply, and now have the maximum value or the high value of the stock being displayed here. And the last thing that I want to display here is the close value. I'm going to go back to the value section again, select close, and this time I'm going to choose maximum value again by date, click on apply. I now have all of these values being displayed here. Let me select the entire text and change this to white because I have a darker background. Click on apply, click on cancel. I've now repositioned this layer here, and I've also reduced the size of these circles. And now it's time for us to add an area chart. I'm going to click on these ellipses here and then add area chart. From the value section, I'm going to choose close, and in the by section, I'm going to choose the date here, and let's go to the area section. You have various options here again to choose from. I'll choose spline, line style, solid, and then let's scroll down. You have the area color here. Let's click on this FX button and let's click on add rule. And now I would like to compare values between the first value and the last value that is being displayed on our area chart. So I'm going to click on compare button here. From the value field, I'm going to select close. The comparison condition here, you have various options again to choose from. You can choose based on what your requirements are. But for this particular scenario, I'm going to choose compare last value with the first value that I have here. Compare last value with first value. And then in the by section, I'm going to select date. The sort field, you can leave it as it is. Selected category. The sort order here is ascending. Condition, more is better or less is better. In this case, more is better. I'm going to choose a different color here, maybe a little darker or lighter shade of green, and then click on apply, click on apply, and then let's click on apply again. And now the area chart has been added. Let's make some more changes. I'm going to turn off the marker. I'm going to also turn off the enable highlight on off. Let's click on apply and let's head to the format section. And I don't want to display the data labels. On my x-axis, I would like to only display the first and last labels. I'm going to check this box here which says show first or last label and then click on apply. And now you can see that only the first and the last labels are being displayed here. And then let's go back to our area chart. Let's scroll down and let's also choose gradient fill and then click on apply. Now the lower section of the area chart is appearing in white. Let's quickly change that. Let's head back into the edit section. Let's go into the area tab. Let's scroll down and change the minimum area color here. I would like to have black color here. Click on apply, click on apply. And now have black color being displayed here at the bottom. And you can see that these dates are no longer visible. Let's change the colors of the date as well. So to do that, let's quickly head into the format section under axis. Let's change the color here to white. Click on apply, click on apply. I now have the dates visible here. And now the only thing that is missing here is to add our close value and the difference. Let's do that. I'm going to add an advanced text layer here. In the value section, I'm going to choose close. In the aggregation dropdown, I'm going to choose last value because we would like to display the last value from the date range that we have selected. And in the by section, choose date. Make sure the display is actual and then click on apply. I now have the value being displayed here. Let's also give it a label here, call this as close. And on the next line, I would like to display the difference between the close value of the last date that we have selected and the first date that we have selected. So let's go back to value again. And then now I'm going to select compare. From the value section, I'm going to select close. Condition here is going to be my last value with the first value. Compare last value with the first value. So I'm going to choose this one here by date. By sort by date field, display as actual, click on apply. I now have the difference being displayed here. And then I would like to also display the percentage. So I'm going to open brackets here, click on value again, go to compare. Make sure you choose compare last value with first value, select close by date and choose sort by field date here, display as percentage and then click on apply. Let's close the bracket here, click on apply. And now we have the text being displayed here. Let's select the entire text, change the color to white, click on apply, click on apply. I have now resized our text layer here. Now let's go back to our report and let's quickly increase the size of this visual a bit. When I change the date range here, you will see that our values are now changing. Whenever there is a negative return, our area chart is being displayed in red. But whenever there's a positive return, our area chart is now appearing in green. So this is how you'll be able to create this stunning visual using our flagship KPI visual by Powerviz in Power BI. If you want to create these stunning visuals in your Power BI report as well, then head to App Source or our website to download the visual today.